Right. Come on, NTGO, you can do it. Okay. Don't shuffle library and like draw the other Inquisition. That's pretty brutal. I'll play the Bloodstained Mire here and just pass. We still have a Blood Crypt. Okay, taking one hit here. Ooh, Charter Course. Seems like exactly what we need. Holy smokes. That was great. Let's see. I'm kind of happy to just pass the turn here rather than try to randomly dig for a Fred with Thought Scour. I'd rather keep double removal spell. My internet is struggling tonight. Yeah, it's internet in Canada is really bad. Like really, really bad. And my opponent drew a my opponent drew some kind of spell they can cast. It's probably not a Reality Smasher. Can't think of an Eldrazi for 5 that they play that isn't Smasher. Because if it wasn't, like, they would have attacked with this, so. Displacer? Sure. We're gonna just Fatal Push at end of turn. We don't want to take damage, so this works. Alright, so our opponent's kind of done on frets, and we have a Snapcaster Mage for later. So we're gonna just draw a card, try to get a fret of some sort. That is not a fret. We actually got rid of 2 frets and drew this. Ugh. Wow. There was like an angle where I could have Snapcastered a Charter Course, but I think I want to kill this with a Fatal Push. Because then their like top deck range is a little lower. They can still cast basically anything though, so. Right. Okay. Well, they drew a swamp. Ah, we drew a Death Shadow. That's great. Okay, now we're in business. Now we are in business. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually pretty good for us. Losing the Thoughtseize is basically no loss, and we're gonna Thought Scour ourselves, try to draw into a removal spell of some sort. Stubborn Denial is not what we're looking for. But I can attack here. Since the way this is positioned, my opponent can attack me back for 4 and then dies. Stubborn Denial like stops the top deck path, which is nice. Well, I'm taking this. Since I want to Fred and Lethal back. Flicker Wisp. Oh my god, really? They play this card? Oh my gosh. Well, I draw a card. That's actually pretty nice for me. Oh my gosh. Well, bye-bye Death Shadow, I guess. Ugh, that was brutal. Man, like... Well, at least it's a 12-12. Oh, it is a 12-12. So let's see, I can attack with this, and they're forced to block. So I don't think that attack was good. I guess it's okay. Like, now you have to block with, like, the Fought Not. And that gives me 2 cards, basically. I have, like, so basically, my opponent gave me a lot of potential draws here. We're gonna draw nothing, I guess, from this hot sour. Cryptic Command. Well, that is kind of what we were looking for. Let's see. What do we want to do? Do we want to tap and bounce? No. We probably want to tap and draw a card. Or we want to... Actually, getting back Snapcaster is okay, but then if they have a removal spell, we literally lose on the spot with that. So we're going to... tap all creatures and draw a card. Bounce Draw is like the other angle, but they're always... What is this version? So it plays land in order turn? Bounce Draw, let's see, what would the advantage of Bounce Draw be? Like, then it's harder for them to play a threat. That's probably correct then. I think Bounce Draw is better. Thankfully we got lucky, so it doesn't matter much, but... So they're playing Leon and Arbiter. So this is a pretty... So this is Black-White Eldrazi. Colligan's Command seems good. Explosives against Eldrazi deck's usually bad. Rejection seems great. Stroke seems bad. Search is weird. Like, it's an extra land, which is good. And I kind of want... like, they can easily get rid of this, but I really want this card, like, against them. Clique... Clique might be okay. They play Flicker Wisp, but this doesn't get anything else. It's okay, but... They play Souls as well. Oh, man. If they... I haven't seen a Lingering Souls. They must... Yo. They must play a Lingering Souls, right? Like Black-White Eldrazi. Like, I don't see, like, why you wouldn't play Lingering Souls with this, but... I'm just looking quickly. Yeah, they should play Souls. I honestly think, like, this deck will play Souls, so... what do we not like? We don't like... If they play Souls, then Liliana of the Veil is bad. I don't like discard against these type of decks. It gets really bad really quickly, so I'm just going to board out the Stubborns. I don't think I can board out the Thoughtseize ever, but the Inquisitions go. Lily's really good against certain parts of their deck, but not all of them. They have a mana denial strategy, so Cryptic's probably bad on the draw. And we're also boarding a lot of freeze. I don't like... Lily of the Veil is not good against Souls, that's the problem. I like the rejections, though. Oh, EE? Like, this is only good if I think they... If I'm certain they have Souls. Otherwise, it's pretty bad. Not... I guess... What would I board out? I kind of want all of these. Chart, of course, is really nice against this card. Oh, the Clique is bad. Let's try the explosives and let's go with this. We definitely have to kill a Lillian Arbiter or... Oh, this is a pretty nice hand. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play faster. This was a bit pretty slow for me. Even for me. Okay. A for Vile. Okay. So turn 1, we want to draw a card. I was gonna play Watery Grave untapped and pass the turn. So that gives us Scour and Push. Rest in peace. Well, let's hope they don't have that, because that's really bad for us. Tide Hollow Sculler. So how does this work again? I need to let this resolve, basically, right? Yeah. They're gonna take the Fiddle Push, but then I have this Kozilek's Return, so that's okay for me. Yeah, this isn't the freebooter. I have to wait. Killing this on the stack is super bad. Yes, but this makes kill against command even better. And return too. Kozilek's Return and kill against command. Yep, they take Fatal Push. I mean, they have to, kind of. So now we can just Thought Scour ourselves. Okay. Now the only thing is... this is not as good now. Yeah. The only thing is... this is tough, because this is a really good turn for rejection. But I don't want to get Leon into Arbitered. So I need to fetch right away. And this is also a great turn for Chart, of course, though. My opponent knows I have return. They're probably not going to run something into this. Well, I assume not. They could have, like, Temple. At that point, I really want this rejection. So I'm going to sack this for a Water Grave right away. And then I can get a Red Source later. I could also chart, of course, but I think there's a really, like, there is a possibility that my opponent goes Thought-Knots here, and I definitely need to be ready for that. And we don't want to lose to Arbiter with this. The fact that we have a natural swamp, which our opponent doesn't know about, is really nice. Although we need a red source. That was actually, I guess it's okay. Like, we can pay 2. Not a total blowout. Yeah, and our opponent played Tumble, so... yeah. Yeah, so they run into our rejection here, which is really good for us. Yep. And then they probably... oh, this is super good too. This is really tough. If they have Aethervial, I can do this or this, but right now I can't. I could also just cast Death Shadow, but I think I'm better just playing Scalding Tarn and passing. I should have fetched a red source last turn. That was a big mistake, actually. If I fetched a red source, then none of this would happen. I'd just play the swamp and we'd be in good shape. We're gonna do this on upkeep after my opponent resolves their Vial trigger, basically. Okay, so now, if they're gonna go Arbiter, at least we can, you know, like they can't Ghost Quarter us without us being able to fetch. We could just pay 2 for the Arbiter, and then we can untap and return. So there's not much our opponent can really do here, because we also have K-Command to kill both, and Fatal Push. So, like, we have a really good sequence here. Like, they could flash in the Arbiter, which I'm pretty sure they have. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just... okay, so I assume I can just pay this, right? Okay. And we will fetch a Steam Vents tapped. We don't, no need to take some damage here. There we go. Now, opponent could have Ghost Quarter too, that'd be awkward. They would go Shambling Vents. If they have like a Thought-Knots here or something, then we're in a tough position, but we're only going to 8 here, so that's okay. Our opponent knows about return, so they're clearly doing this with like some kind of intention. I don't know. Let me think here. I really want to Thoughtseize here, so I will. No story. I'll just Thoughtseize. See what's going on. Path to Exile and Wasteland Strangler. Well, we're checking the path. I don't really care about Wasteland Strangler. And then, so they do that. We can then destroy target artifact and kill. So we're gonna destroy this and this. We could also discard their Wasteland Strangler. Or we could put K-Return here. K-Return's good. I guess we do it now. Yeah. Okay, they put it up to free, so they don't have to cast it. That's fair. Yeah, we're gonna take 2. And then we're gonna play our Death Shadow with K command up. When our opponent flashes in the Wasteland Strangler, we can kill it and make them discard a card. Liliana, yeah. There's a Tassiger and an Angler in the graveyard, so Liliana's not actually that bad once we stabilize a little bit. So we're passing here, leaving both the K command and the push. Fairly dominant position, I'd say. Although we are at 4 life, so gotta be careful. Okay, well, we're gonna put a stop on our turn. And then here they're gonna flash in a Wasteland Strangler. And we are going to make them discard and deal 2 damage to the creature. Choose target player and choose target creature. Oh, let's see if our opponent drew a removal spell. This is awkward. Oh, awesome. So let me see how that works. Okay, and our opponent discarded an Arbiter. Fantastic. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, okay. We should be able to take this one down. Since we have push and... Oh, what did our opponent draw? Grafdigger's Cage. Well, that does nothing. I mean, I don't think the card's bad. It's just... Right now, it does nothing. Yeah, so we're gonna just attack. We're gonna chart a course to draw some cards. We're gonna play a second Death Shadow. And we're gonna tap our mana better next time. I do promise this. That was bad. Since now I can't Fatal Push without taking damage. That was really silly. I'm running 2 Ops and 2 Serum Visions right now. Just to try each card. Yeah, we're testing an extension, so if you're watching this on Twitch, like, if you can mouse over cards and it kind of expands them for you. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's continue. The necklace is also on the right side of your screen. It may not be the most visible thing that I realize the colors don't really match well with the text, but yeah. Yeah. It's getting a bit dark, so I'm gonna like probably light the room a little bit. I'll be back. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's taking a while to queue. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Apparently there's a deck list that expands the cards, so if somebody can find that tool for me, that'd be actually incredible. Oh, I might as well update the score too. We're 1-0. Okay. Okay. There we go. So we're against Sound Clouds. Okay, I would like to play first, yes. We're going to keep this hand. It's kind of awkward whether to Stubborn Denial or Thoughtseize first. I'm trying to think of like 1-mana creature threats that I care about, and the only one I can think of really is Goblin Guide. Like I would rather Stubborn Denial. I think like the other ones are like Aether Vial. I always like Thoughtseizing like later to get more info later. I'll get a Watery Grave though in this instance to Thoughtseize them now. Just see what's up. But it's possible that it's just correct to pass with Stubborn Denial. Although, the thing is, I do want to potentially guarantee a Death Shadow next turn if I draw a Street Wraith with protection. Depending what their removal is, of course. Well, I could also, my hand is Fretlight. I don't know, like, maybe passing and Stubborn is totally fine. We'll just see what happens here. Okay, so they're on... Nonsense. Well, they're on the deck we're playing tomorrow. I call it nonsense, but... Well, definitely would have wanted to counter that Burning Inquiry. But my hand's pretty awkward, so you know what? Let's just take this Angler that's not very... Like, that would be bad for us, and then... Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Yeah. I think the Inquiry's fine. Like, I mean, okay, so they discarded 2 Bloodghasts, and I lost my Death Shadow, and they got a Hollow One. That's kind of unreal. They don't just need to discard Outlet, they also need to get lucky. Like, they had to draw Bloodghast and this is discard at random. Like, there's a high chance that this just discarded like their Bolt and stuff. Okay, so that's gone. I'm assuming that's gone, and this is gone. Let's see here. We probably want to opt here. Like, Angler is a much more annoying threat to deal with, but yeah. We want to draw this Shadow. Even if we can't cast it now, we're going to be able to very soon, so... I'll admit, like, the double discarding Bloodghast was kind of ridiculous. Okay, what did I draw? Angler, really? Come on, this is ridiculous. Wow. Jeez. I thought about Fatal pushing This is kind of unreal. We're probably dead. Let's see. Yeah, we are. I don't know, like, that Burning Inquiry hit, like, pretty perfect, so... Maybe I should have taken it, but... Ugh. Okay. Well, let's see what the deck plays. It has, like, no interaction, is what I remember, so... Well, we have limited graveyard hate, but we're definitely playing what we have. How many spells? They play Cathartic Reunion? I guess like, Stubborn Denial is good in that context. Clique's also good to... Clique might be okay. Cryptic's great. K-Command is not what we want. Actually, wait. K-Command destroys a Hollow One. They have Bloodghast, so this is bad. Fatal Push is magnificently, incredibly bad against this deck. Inquisitions are bad. Fatsis we might still have to keep, but just because it's too key to the deck. We don't want explosives for our turn. Surgical's fine. I mean, yeah. I can play Search for a Scanta. It's like OC Remix. I can skip like this exact track if you want. It's fun. It's basically like based on Mario RPG. Or Super Mario RPG, I guess. Yeah. We'll play the Clique. What else can we play? I wonder, like, there's a deck version with Vengevine and there's a version with Flamebane Adept. And I don't know which one they're running. So, like, Fatal Push is good against the Flameblade Adept, but it's pretty bad against the Vengevine version. I guess in the dark, I would want... What are they board in? Probably a Big Game Hunter and some Blood Moons. I guess in the dark, I'll keep the... Just because I want to know what they're doing, I'll keep an extra Inquisition because we're on the play. We'll keep... Get ourselves a Watery Grave. So this is really hard because we really want to set up for a land. So I think we kind of have to Serum Visions. If they like turn one not draw us again, they do. Like, you know, it's not something you can always control. Let's see here. Oh, we drew 2 lands. That's actually kind of perfect. Which one do we want an extra one? Kind of like the idea of having the lands. So next turn we can double. Yeah, next turn we can double. Like either Tassiger. We can't really Tassiger, but we can at least double discard or discard plus counterspell for if they have a reunion. As for Charter Course, the card, I'm just trying it out. Not sure how good it is yet. That's basically it. Yeah. Like, Hollow One turn 1 is very... How likely is it? They have to Street Rave, right? Or plus Faithless Looting. Maybe I should pass and Stubborn Denial. Man, like, this is where, like... Wow, this is tough. Like, I could have passed because I had Opt. I'm much more used to playing Opt. Okay. If our opponent's thinking about it, that means, like, they had what? Bloodghast and Big Game Hunter? Oh, wow. The heck is their hand? Well, they don't have a Hollow One. I know that much. How much is clear? We will start by... I need, like... I have Cryptic, so I need this to be, like, blue-red, probably, at least. So, like, it has to be blue. So I think we can start with an Inquisition and see what's going on. Wow, okay. So next turn, no matter what, they're gonna Angler. No matter what. It's kind of off, frustrating. No matter what, they're gonna angler. So let's see. 3 big game hunters. Wow. I think the line is probably Bloodstained Mire pass, and then we can Fotsies, maybe something else, because they're always going to play an angler, and they're not going to be able to double angler. So yeah, we definitely want to get rid of big game hunter while our opponent doesn't have mana, but because they have red, it's pretty safe to do it next turn. So we're going to pass and probably get a Steam Vents. And they also have a Bloodghast, which is worth noting. So they played Verdant. Here they're going to play an Angler, of course. Right, so... Okay, well that's going to resolve anyways. So we wanted Steam Vents. Yes, and then we wanted to opt. Snapcaster Mage. I mean, it's a good card fundamentally. But next turn we want a Fotsies plus Tasigur. So Snapcaster, it's awkward. We really need like a Terminate effect. Okay, well, I guess that works. Death Shadow's interesting. Let's see here. So we can Fotsies our opponent. We have to get rid of their big game hunter, I guess. Because otherwise this just will not end well. Yeah, they can't mana sit out. I mean, they shouldn't anyways if they could, so. And then we play Tasigur. Let's see. Snapcastering Fotsies is okay, so... Do we want to keep in Is my plan really going to be to Fotsies? It's not that bad. If I draw a land, it's very good. I think so. I think keeping the Fotsies is fine. It's higher payoff. So now we pass with Stubborn Denial up to counter the flashback looting. So our opponent's stuck with some horrible cards in hand. So I have a big game. They have these. Yes. Oh, we're definitely taking damage here. I guess. We could also like aim to counter a removal spell, but they have so many. Wow. Why would you show me Verdant Catacombs? Like, why wouldn't you play your Bloodstained Mire? I mean, this seems unnecessary on multiple levels. Wow. Well, now our opponent really... I think our opponent really did not play that one well. So now we know their hand. We have an opt. Let's see. I could attack with Tasigur. I definitely want to cast Shadow this turn. Because it's just threatening lethal very fast. I guess we want to opt now. That land is not really useful. Yeah, so then we Shadow. And we attack for 4. And this threatens lethal very fast. Although our opponent can't cast their Angler though, so that part's awkward. But we really need like to block that Angler. That's why I preferred it over Snapcaster or Fotsies. Because if I Snapcaster Fotsies, we go to 5. It's definitely not great. Opponent plays Mountain, and they're just gonna hard cast an Angler here. Yep. Let's see. This is kind of interesting because Yes, it is better to play 4 of the best one between Serum Visions and Opt, but we are on stream and I'm just trying stuff. So I'm not good. I don't know which one is better, really. I can't, like, tell you 100%, so this is a way to kind of do it a little more. We really want this angler down. The other angle we could do, no pun intended, please, is go for Snapcaster block with Opt. If our opponent attacks, which seems totally okay, I think, actually. We're in no rush, so we can just do that. Yep. And then the Snapcaster can also Stubborn Denial if our opponent draws something that's bad for us. Like that. Yeah, we're gonna Stubborn Denial this. I can't think of a random cards that would be better than my current hand, so. Right, so that's done. Now there's a really hard line, which is, do I fetch now? Because fetching untapped puts me lethal to just one angler, but if I draw another one, he can't double block the shadow, so... But if I don't fetch untapped now and... I think I want to fetch untapped, because this shadow needs to be able to threaten lethal and kill a double block, so we won't fetch. There we go. So now we can play Scalding Tarn. Let me double check my graveyard. There's no fetchable lands, and we can just attack with Death Shadow, and our opponent's forced to chump. Double blocking is obviously awful. If our opponent has Bolt, we lose, but Bolt is pretty bad in this matchup. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna sack one of these. I'll just clear. So we're gonna get a tapped Watergrave, and this is lethal damage. So yeah, okay, that was weird. Probably still should have blocked, no matter how bad it was for them, because, you know, it seems better than losing. But yeah. 1 second. This is a bit weak. Okay. The Inquisition on the draw is substantially worse. Even though our opponent has Bloodghast, well, man, Liliana of the Veil seems so bad in this matchup. Look, this is not Liliana of the Last Hope. Also doesn't seem great though. I can just play a Disdainful Stroke. They have Hollow Wand, they have Gurmag. This isn't great, but it's probably better than the other options. This hand is serviceable. Not great, but not bad. Well, unless they've turned one Burning Inquiry me. Yep, well, they are playing the Flame Bed Adapt version, so getting punished for not running the pushes. Maybe I shouldn't run Surgical. That actually probably was wrong. Do I want to turn one Shadow? Like, I can't do it by surgically in my own Street Wraiths, but let's just do this again. What do I want? Do I want turn one Shadow? It's not really that useful. I don't think I need to destroy my own life total. My opponent's gonna do some of that work. Right, so they go Faithless Looting. Yeah, Fatal Push is only good against the Adept, that's the thing. Let's see. They discarded an Angler? That seems ambitious. Why would you discard Angler? Like, I can only see my opponent discarding Angler because they have 2 in hand. Like, that card is really good in this matchup. I'm gonna do something very strange. Well, actually, I could just take the Looting, which is definite value, and then I could flash back with Snapcaster. So I don't need to, like, necessarily take the Angler. But I'm pretty sure they have another Angler. Yeah, I was right there. Okay, so... let's forget the fact that I shouldn't be running Surgical. Is Cryptic super greedy? I like it, like 1 or 2 is okay. I have a second one, 1 and 1. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let's exile the 1 in the graveyard too. That probably is important. Let's see. So our opponent has no lands. Jeez. Okay, so they have 2 hollow ones, a Gurmag Angler, and their sideboard plan has 2 Blood Moons, but we should be safe. So basically, as long as we... yeah. Well, they have an Angler in hand, but they can't really cast it, so we can always, like, get it later. Okay, we're gonna get a tapped Water Grave without taking damage. Since one of the few ways we can lose is our opponent, like, damaging us. And I can just play Shadow with, like, a Bloodstained Mire. Okay, we take 1. We can't block because it has Menace. A second Flame Blade Adept. Okay. We're going to sack this and get a Steam Vents, which we're not going to pay life for. Well, sure. Like, they only really win if they... I think, like, my opponent wins now with a Burning Inquiry, and I can't really do much. So I have to basically click on Draw Step, which is not actually a play I totally like, but it's fine here. It's like the only card that I need to get rid of. Let's see. How can we turn this into a... Can we turn this into a 2-turn clock? They can always chomp, but that's okay. Okay. They're not blocking, so what do we need to do here? Do I just get an island? Let's see, that put my opponent onto 14, and then next turn it's not lethal. If I got a dual land, I go to 5. That's 8. But that's not lethal either. But it does cut every fetch land out, which is a lot. So I think it's fine to just deal this much damage now. Not having double black for Lily, I know with this mana base is a problem, but it's fine. In this exact scenario. Okay, so I'm going to click on Draw Step, and the only card we care about is Burning Inquiry. Everything else is kind of you're fine. Maybe a Lightning Bolt. But even then, they can respond. So there's not much we can do about Bolt. We could have also targeted ourselves. That wasn't, like, too bad. They drew Bloodstained Mire. What does that mean? They can't cast anything? So we're not going to move a single card from that hand. Does it put in the reveal? That's really weird. I guess we'll have to do this manually. So we had free hollow wands. Gurmag and the big game. Like, most people don't realize that you can just not take a card. Like, pretty important in this case. Yep. I mean, you have to play the land. I don't see how you're winning this game without playing that, so yeah. Basic Swamp? Yeah. Okay. So his plan is to do this to us. If he attacks with both, isn't he dead? Because then it's like 13 exactly. Right, so our opponent has to chump. Oh, they don't need to chump. But I have Snapcaster or Surgical. So I can always kill my opponent if needed. Let me think here. I think it's fine. I don't think I can lose if I have access to Terminate and my opponent blocks. So I think it's fine to do this. And if they don't block, we win. Yep, they chump. That's fine. No issues with that. Now we just pass the turn. Okay, our opponent drew a land, plus an unknown. What is this? Big Game Hunter. Yep, we knew this was a possibility. And we knew about that. So they're gonna kill the Death Shadow. What can we do here? Fought Scour. Cassier, okay. Let's see. Our opponent's hand is double hollowed one. If I Snapcaster Mage this Surgical, then I can get rid of the 2 hollowed ones, but there's also an Angler. But I have Terminate for Angler. Kind of like getting rid of them. Since I think I can Disdainful Stroke slash, yeah, Terminate as needed. Okay. We don't need to do this now, but yeah. Yes, they have Angler. They also have this Flamewake Phoenix. So if they play Flamewake, we have the Terminate, which is good. Oh, I probably shouldn't have exiled the hollow one from their library since it doesn't do anything. I should have definitely exiled the one from their graveyard. So now we have access to Cryptic as well, which is nice. I think the plan here is just to attack. Our opponent will trade the Big Game Hunter. If they don't, then we just have Cryptic up and it's over. Unless they have Volt, I guess. Okay, so big game hunter blocking Snapcaster Mage, that makes sense. Yeah, and we probably still want to play a Tassiker here. We're gonna fetch a basic swamp to do so. Still have that, right? Yes. Oh, whoa, this is bad. I shouldn't have done this, because now I'm at 1, and I need to Cryptic. Oh, that was unbelievably bad. I should have just played Tassiker and passed. No fetching. That was awful. Okay, how can we salvage this? Well, our opponent's going to play Flamewake Phoenix, so basically our plan is to Cryptic Command. That was super bad. Wow, that was incredibly bad. I shouldn't have lost this game. This comes back with Ferocious, so thankfully we can counter and return. Counter, return. It's just because Cryptic's so powerful, so I didn't like pay attention to the fact, you know, I'm at 1 for some reason. Well, we're definitely flying in. And I think at this point, I'm just going to leave Disdainful Stroke and Terminate up. Since Tassiker, like, anything that kills this clique will also kill me. So, yeah, there's no... Our opponent draws Bolt, they draw Bolt. Right, so here they're casting Angler, which will Disdainful Stroke. Because if they like cast Blood Gas somehow, then at least we have to Terminate. So we Disdainful Stroke this. This is game 2, right? Is this... No, this is game 3, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that's countered. And we win. Okay, cool. Right, that was... that shit was closer than it should have been, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure somewhere I screwed this one up. But thankfully we survived. We survived. Okay, let's play another League match. I think Cryptic is a very good addition to Death Shadow. You don't have to play much, but like you want like a Teamer Battle Rage style slot, but that card is just not good in the Grixis decks. Like, and Cryptic's much better post board when both players are exchanging more resources, since going under is a very unusual strategy in Modern. Or like in any format, really. Like, it's more like people tend to go, like, always longer, prepare for longer games. And Cryptic's great in that scenario. Play first. So it's kind of awkward. One land. It's a very powerful one-lander because I have interaction for a lot of points, so I'll keep it. Like it's one of the one-landers I'd keep because the second land will probably put me very ahead. So I'm gonna start with an Inquisition here. Okay, we're against Storm. So we want to, let's see, what was our plan? Like, I'm happy to starve my opponent on one of two things, like spells or mana producers. I think with my hand, with Fiddle Push and Thoughtseize, the mana producer is a lot easier to get. So we're going to take away this Baral. Yes. Grip Shot is an issue, by the way, because we are hurting our own life total. Okay, so 6 Delta Basic Island. Okay, well we obviously drew this. Hopefully we draw a land. Ugh, this is tough. I think we want to Fotska ourselves since we have the push for the creature. Just in case. Okay, so we lost the Steam Vent. So we only have one red source left in the deck. We're going to pay 2 life, and I would have happily played a Fret this turn, but we don't have a way to do so. So we're going to... let's see, I have Fotsies here. I think Fotsy seems fine. There's an unknown card. I could always take a Metamorphose, worst case scenario. Well... yeah, Metamorphose is really awkward with Electromancer. Even with us having push. Creep Shot's bad too. What do we take? Because next turn my plan is to basically push Tassiger. I don't think Grape Shot is that big a problem, so I'm gonna take the Metamorphose. But it's probably that line gets punished if our opponent draws another creature. But we have some more removal. So yeah, so that maybe that fought. I mean, we play at Fotsies mostly because it was the right turn, and like next turn we're gonna wanna, like it could be our opponent doesn't want to push. Sorry, play their storm creature. So like if we go like dual land untapped, yeah, it's awkward. Okay, well they go for Steam Vents. So 1 second. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, we have 2 pushes, so we're gonna leave a Fotsies. No, wait. We're gonna leave. What do we leave in there? Fotsies or Inquisition? Let's say Inquisition. Oh, we have to remove everything anyways. Sure. I was being silly. Yeah, we have to keep Fatal Push up now for like basically eternity. Yeah, it's fine. We're a bit mana constrained, so this chart of course is not as good. Double sleight, triple sleight, all the sleight of hands. The fact that they're knife additional whiteboarded is kind of a tilt, but who am I to judge? So we know 4 cards in their 6-card hand. Scalding Tarn is a great draw. Okay, do we want to play this Death Shadow or do I want to Charter Course? Pretty sure the answer is I want this Death Shadow in play. Ooh, let's get a Blood Crypt. Pressure is super important. We're definitely not charting a course. That's like super dangerous here. Yeah, now our opponent can like get a lot of mana though, no matter what we do, which is kind of awkward. Okay, so the Serum Vision switches is probably a good sign. But yeah, like Grape Shot is awkward because it makes our everything kind of awkward because I can't like lose so much life. If our opponent Grape Shots this Death Shadow, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Well, Electromancer resolves. I'm definitely killing it now. Our opponent probably has another. Starting it all is wow, that's a great draw. This is like the only draw that makes me not want to play chart. So I won't play chart. Just having access to these two is too powerful. And this is already like close to a 2-turn clock if I draw a fetch land, so. Or a Street Wraith now. Like the Charter Course can easily draw me into a land next turn. And my opponent's gonna feel under pressure, so they're gonna just go for it. Right, so here we go for Baral. We push the Baral. And then they go for Desperate Ritual. So now the question is, let's see, they go to 6 mana. What do I want to counter? Like, do I want to counter one of these rituals? Because my opponent's going to 6 and has a Manamorphose. They also have a Grave Shot. Like, if I Stubborn, then they're left with Manamorphose. What can they do? They have Grave Shot and Manamorphose in hand. So... I guess if I counter the Manamorphose, our opponent can't do anything. So that seems fine. Yeah, there's just no other out. There we go. That should do it. So now our opponent could Grave Shot, killing like a Tassiger, but they definitely can't kill us. So that's good. Yeah, yeah, our opponent probably Grave Shots to survive. Oh, they can play. Oh, our opponent can kill both creatures. That would be like my line. I definitely Grave Shot and kill both creatures here. That seems great. Yeah, like 100% you kill both threats here. It's not good for me. Like the way the sequence worked out was bad, but I don't know if waiting would have been better. Like the Manamorphose cycling into a card with open mana is really bad. Okay, well we have the Charter Course to draw into something. Hopefully that works. Okay, we just missed this. Okay, so we're gonna charge, drawing into some cards. We don't want Delta, so we're gonna Serum Visions to set up. I don't want either of these cards right now. Oh, I should have played the Delta. That was just whatever, brain fart. Okay. Next up, Angler's perfect here. We have 2 cards we don't want really in the bottom, so I'm just gonna play Angler here and... Actually, we're gonna opt right away. Because depending if it's a threat, I want to play it. Push. I don't see them making it without a mana creature, so push is fine here. That's kind of what, like, a good reason why I don't like Storm. Is like... basically, you... yeah, one of the reasons I don't like Storm is that Fatal Push should not be a good card against a spell-based combo deck, but it is. And that's kind of why I don't like those decks that like Storm. Is because... like, you can't... like, it's really hard to beat the card Fatal Push plus something else. Right. I mean, yeah, our opponent could just get there. Yeah, right, so they play Baral, and we just kill this thing, and we're looking pretty good here. Yeah, just attack for 5, no biggie. Play our fetch, pass. And now we have a 5/5 versus nothing. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right, Storm. Everything we have is good. This is where we want to be. We need explosives because both Blood Moon and what's it called? Empty the Warrens are things. Surgical is good. Brutality is kind of awkward, but I like Stubborn. Disdainful's awkward. It's only really good against Past, so I don't really like it for that reason. Clique is very good. We kind of want to... what do we want to lose? Like, basically the whole deck kind of interacts against Storm pretty nicely. We don't want to... I don't think we want to Terminates. They're like pretty weak. And I like losing the command, so now we know that we don't need red mana either, which is kind of nice, so I can focus on blue-black mana entirely. I probably want the second Cryptic, but Cryptic is a really awkward card. Okay. Thanks, Rich. Okay, so... Cryptic command and search. I could also board in a return just to deal with lingering souls. Not lingering souls. Empty the warrens. Liliana is okay as well. I think Chard is not for this matchup because it's not so much about card advantage, it's about mana efficiency and being able to disrupt what my opponent does. I don't know about this search for scan. I don't think I can tap out on play. I think it's a good on the draw card, on the play card, but not on the draw. Brutality can sometimes kill a mana creature and get a spell, but it seems like one of the worst effects of that class. Cryptic. Like, I could borrow out a string rate for a Cryptic, but I think we're fine as is. One Cryptic is okay. It's very expensive. Okay, well, this hand's pretty decent. We're gonna keep. Okay. Yep, slight. I could turn one, just pass. And have Stubborn Denial up for, like, the second ritual if they're trying to go for empty. Actually, if they do that, then I'm in trouble. Specifically, but I could also Fotsies. Let's just see what we have first, since I'm cycling this every time. Inquisition's interesting. I'd rather lead with Fotsies post-board, because if he's going for a quick empty, it's important that I can stop it. I could also just pass with Stubborn Denial up, but since I have excess black mana, I kind of need to, I think, Fotsies first. Well, we're getting rid of this Blood Moon. That much is absolutely certain. No chance that was resolving. No chance I can let that go. So now we know what we need to fight. So I'm not taking any creature on the second Inquisition. Okay, so that's done. Yep. Island? Okay. Okay. Sarah Vision's bottom and bottom. Okay, that's pretty nice. Right, so here I kind of want to Inquisition plus Fought Scour, so next turn I can have Fret plus Denial. So we're gonna Inquisition our opponent and pass with Stubborn / Fought Scour / Fatal Push. Well, the only card here that worries me is Pieces of the Puzzle, so we're gonna take that. I don't think I can mana screw my opponent by taking Sleight of Hand here, realistically. So we're gonna let, I think that's being too greedy. Let me remove my own end of turn stop. So, yeah, our opponent plays Slight. All we want to do is like prevent a Blood Moon or a quick empty. Okay, so our opponent doesn't have a land, but they have a ton of mana. Okay, we're gonna Fought Scour ourselves. I think Store like typically boards out creatures though, so maybe I should be careful about that sideboard plan. Because it sounds, yeah. So here, I'll play Watergrave untapped. Don't care about any, like, I probably should have thought about that with a fetch line, because like some of these cards I would have liked the Snapcaster. But I think just the Stubborn Denial is good here. And also, like, I might want to fetch a basic island. That's probably a better argument for it. Like, right now I have to stop a Blood Moon. Okay, so our opponent, Manamorphose. We could have countered that, but we're not. Our opponent's not under a Vice grip yet, so it doesn't seem good. But yeah, I think our opponent probably boarded out a lot of the cards, like the creatures, because I haven't seen any, and would make sense. Would make the Fatal Pushes pretty bad. Okay, free. This is interesting. I want to counter this. Because if my opponent has empty, this is just a disaster. Like a real disaster. I think I counter this. If they have a land, then yeah, it's pretty... Like, yeah. They have to have another ritual. Okay, that seemed good. I mean, I don't know if it was correct or not. We're gonna find out, like, now, which is kind of nice. Yes, we got it right! So yeah, when they, like, kind of throw rituals and you're like, well, I'm not sure how far they can go, like, be very careful about Empty the Warrens. So you have Desperate, Remand. We're gonna take the Empty. And our plan is to not play many spells into those Remands. I'm gonna fetch for an island now, just to kind of get it out of my deck. I don't need to play the Swamp now. I guess it's fine to play it. Like, there's a lot of cantrips and I could draw into something, so that's fine. Unconventional card choices? Sure. Well, the match is over, so I can talk about this stuff. So, the stuff that's kind of unconventional in this list, the opt-in Serum Vision split. So that's specifically because I'm streaming. I'm not sure which one's better. And, you know, I don't like seeing necessarily 4 ops or 4 Serum Visions. Like, so I'm trying 2 of each. And then the idea is when you check the video on demand or like while the stream, you can make your own opinion as to which one is better. Next up, the other unconventional is Charter Course. That was Carlos Morale that suggested it. He said it's been really good for him in his shadow list. He's played free. I think like actual card advantage in Modern is rare. So it's like a card to try out. It's been okay so far. It's normally like not so great when like they're playing combo-ish decks, but it's been great in like the mid-range matchups I've played. The one Cryptic and the one in the board to some degree are basically my Teamer Battle Rage slot. But I don't like Teamer Battle Rage. So we're trying Cryptic Command, which is just an overall more powerful card. That's basically what it boils down to. I guess the last 2 unconventional ones would be the Search for Ascanta and the Cryptic. No, sorry. And the Vendilion Clique. So the Search is for like mid-range matchups. Just being able to like keep tutoring is really powerful. And that's kind of why it's there. It's just like in the Shadow Mirror, it's an insanely powerful card. Because it gets you like to your Terminates, Lilianas, like your Walkers, right? So that makes it really powerful. It's good against non-Ghost Quarter mid-range, and it's okay against those decks, but a little worse, of course, because they have Ghost Quarter. And Vendilion Clique is just... I just don't like sideboards with like no threats. And that's what I felt was always weak, the Shadow sideboard. Like there's just not enough threats. Vendilion Clique is kind of like a mix of Disruption and threats, so that's kind of nice. I'm not sure what else to put in that slot, but I would like 1 or 2 additional threats in the sideboard usually of these type of decks. You know, like when you're against certain matchups. Not sure though what. Something that doesn't get affected by the graveyard is definitely good. Okay, well we're gonna play first. Well, this hand's bad. And this hand's fine. We also have like Fetch Land / Watery Grave. So we can choose, well, we're bottoming this. So here, because we have Thoughtscour Push, I like going for Bloodstained Barrier Pass. I haven't tried Young Pyromancer, I've heard they were okay. Blood Crypt Swiftspear. Yeah. Young Pyromancer is probably a good shout. Blood Crypt Swiftspear. What is this? I mean, I'm definitely pushing this. I'm just trying to figure out the deck. I'm gonna do some research. So Blood Crypt Swiftspear. That's like the advantage of playing online is you can like do some research. So Monastery Swiftspear. And Blood Crypt. Is this the search? There are no decks found. This is a total Mardu Reveler. I guess like I still push, but yeah. I'll get a Water Grave. Because if this is burn, I shouldn't be taking damage. So I can Thought Scour myself, and then play Tasigur. No, double Thoughtseize? Okay. That's fine. Just I'll keep the Thoughtseize in. I don't know. Like the Thoughtseize, do I really want to turn that with Tasigur later? I guess it's fine. We'll get a Water Grave number. Or we could get a Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt is fine because we have the Water Grave in our hand. We'll keep the... If we draw Snapcaster, I really want a Thoughtseize. I don't think Fellow Push is that great in this matchup. Main deck Blood Moon. Oh my god. One Blood Moon though in this deck. Should still be careful, I guess. Very few ways to actually kill a Tasigur. Well, there's like 3, I guess. Yeah, it's like souls and... Okay, damn it. Well, we drew a Terminate, which is cool. So we're going to play this tapped, and we're going to attack for 4. Opponent probably flashes back souls here. Young Paro, okay. Well, we're gonna terminate this now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so our opponent's gonna bolt us. Pretty certain of that much. Yep. Second Tasigur. Well, that's not what we want, but... Okay, we're gonna attack. So our opponent's gonna just block here. Nope, okay. I'm gonna fetch right now. Because that way my opponent can't respond by killing Tasigur. We're getting a basic island. I probably should have gotten a basic swamp, but we do have Cryptic Command in our deck. We have a Blood Crypt in play, so. Lingering Souls flashback, sure. I find it interesting that this deck doesn't play Path. Orc Bolt. Okay. So our opponent's just trying to destroy us that way? Okay, well. Well, yeah, these are some not very interesting cards in the graveyard right now. Street Wraith? That makes sense to me. Thought Scour myself. Snapcaster, that's an interesting one. Snapcaster Mage is actually really interesting here. Since it allows me to flashback Stubborn Denial. I can't think of a draw that would make me not just pass a turn with Snapcaster. And if it's a land... We'll just see what our opponent does, but there's a high chance we... it's not lethal though, which is the only sad part here. So they're casting Faithless Looting with flashback. I think that's fine, if I'm honest. I guess like drawing like a land and activating Tasigur, but they're not going to give us... Actually, all our spells are kind of useful. That might have been the red line. Otherwise, this Street Wraith is just going to be in our hand. Reveler and Souls. Well, let's see. We're gonna have to 6. The question is, do I want to Snapcaster Mage and push the Elemental, which puts our opponent in a certain position? Well, that might actually be the best line, since it puts our opponent down to like no fetch lands. Yeah, that seems actually really good here. Just go for push. Push the Elemental, and then if we draw a land, we can hardcast our Street Wraith. If our opponent has a Bolt, which based on how they play is not that unlikely. I think it's worth it. Cycling once is worth it. Oh my gosh. Okay. We lose the Bolt already. So, do we want to lose the Fork Bolt as well? And Call against command? That's a lot of death. I could draw a Snapcaster Mage. This also like loses to not drawing something unless if I don't draw a land. Like any dual land is bad, and I have to fetch a black. This is a really tough call. I'm gonna just cycle here. That was unfortunate. Well, we're gonna put Cryptic on top, so we're guaranteed to win if our opponent doesn't have it. But yeah, we're probably dead. Based on how our opponent played this game, we're probably just dead. Just lightning bolt us, GG. If it's Fork Bolt, it's gonna be really painful, since most of our deck was playable. Yeah, most of our deck was playable at that point. So it was really frustrating to draw another Wraith. I guess like a dual land, was it? Yeah, there we go. Jeez. That was brutal. Okay, so this deck's gonna play Leylines and Bloodwoods post board. Judgepul's okay since they have souls. Explosives is okay. I have a lot of non-creature spells. Mostly because Bedlam Roller is a card, so... Cryptic seems good. They're boarding out their Folk Bolts, but probably not their Kolaghan's Command, so Clique is bad. And also they have souls. I really like Search though in this matchup. If they don't have Blood Moon, then that card dominates. Stubborn is okay. Brutality only really kills Young Pyro. We want Return. I don't want the Veil. What else do I not want? I think we can lose a Street Wraith. What's bad? Fatal Push only really kills Young Pyromancer and Swift Spear, so we can at least shave 1 or 2. What do we have to kill Bedlam? Only Terminates? I guess Kolaghan's doesn't really do that much. It's like a value card, but we already have enough of those. I guess we could lose the Terminates, the Push. Serum Vision's out. Let's get our Inquisition. They're bringing in Blood Moons. I kind of need Inquisition. Yeah. If our opponent's gonna play Leyline of the Void, how many Delve creatures are on? Explosives is really awkward because it does kill the Souls token. I guess the Elements too. Well, yeah, I don't want to be too cold to Bedlam. I guess the Inquisitions are kind of the weakest. We're a mid-range matchup, so yeah. Okay, we'll try like this. Losing that game was kind of frustrating. Like drawing that second Street Wraith. I wonder if that line was correct though. Yes. Keep. Still thinking about it. Okay. Yep, Leyline of the Void. There we go. So that's a start. Thankfully we can Cryptic Command it eventually. So let's see. We want to Serum Vision's probably here. Do I want a Watery Grave or? Let's just check here first. So I can keep that Scalding Tarn for a basic island. That's good to know. Let's see. I'm gonna have to like basically draw into like either get Death Shadow or I think Opt and Stubborn is good here, so I'm gonna put Opt last and then Stubborn. Yeah. Maybe I should like have put Opt first, since then our opponent wouldn't see it if they fought Seize on the next turn. Well, they can only take Fought Scour here. Oh, I should upstate the square. I'm 3-0. Although this match is not looking good for me. Okay, so we drew our Stubborn. Let's see here. We could. I think Steam Vents on tap is fine, since we want to draw the top card. We could also play a fetch land with a plan of fetching double basic. I think the double basic plan is fine. We don't have to fetch, and there's no other actions to do since the Fought Scour got taken. This is the problem with this card here, is I'm not sure how relevant it is, but like it could be like super relevant. Like my opponent could have like no lands, but it could also be bad. It's like, what do you actually like aim to Stubborn? But I should have, yeah, definitely stacked Opt and then Stubborn. I do want both cards though, so I'd rather Opt gets another card than Stubborn. Like just cycling Opt into Stubborn when you have no graveyard seems bad to me. I need to look for like specific class of cards. When it's tanking. Tanking a lot. Commanding. Okay, well, turns out I should have 100% countered that looting, apparently. Oh well. Right, so now we know. Right, so we're gonna get an island. Bloodstained Wire. Let's see, I'm gonna, like, this is where, like, this is much worse than the other one. Sorry. I mean, it's a threat. Okay. But I definitely want to cycle it to start with. Oh, jeez. Okay. We're gonna play Bloodstained Mire and pass. Our plan is gonna be to bounce this Leyline of the Void. Our opponent kept a really sketchy hand then. Oh, they drew it. They drew it out. Oh, man. I didn't think like counting the Faithless was correct. Turns out I was very, very wrong. Collective Brutality. Well, we definitely have to stop this. Right, so let's fetch for a Swamp. Stubborn and all, cool. This can get me a Watery Grave, so I'll pass. Yeah, so now we can like, we could return a land too, but I think returning the Leyline and playing an Angler is much better. This is like the thing as well, is like Cryptic like saves you from all this random stuff that destroys you. Let's see. The second looting is much worse than the first one. But probably still want to counter it. So we need a blue source. Yes. So we're gonna target, counter, and return. The assumption our opponent didn't have a land was a good one. I misplayed though. I shouldn't have played the fetch there. I should have played Steam Vents, because now it's really hard for me to cast Angler. That was a big mistake, actually. because I would have been able to cast Angler. We don't want Tassiger. I am up for a Fotsies though. Double Leyline. Okay, so the only card that really gets them back in this is Reveler and Pyro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we want to get rid of the Reveler here. And they have Young Pyro and Lightning Bolt that are the real concerns. So, no, and we're going to pass. Opponent is going to play Young Pyro here. It's going to be pretty decent. Yeah, that ley line was really good against us. Wow, is this a Faithfully Looting all at the top? Jeez. Wait, yeah, that's awkward. That is awkward. Although our opponent is not doing a play, so it's good for us. Angler. Well, we're gonna play it. Removing the Cryptic's awkward because we were so close to casting it with Snap. But whatever. What can you do, right? Okay. So, Lightning Bolt us. Okay, well that one is fine. Yeah, that is not fine, but I can't do much about it. Okay, so now we can attack for 5, and we can play a Death Shadow. Yeah, no matter what, our opponent has like a bunch of looting, so they're gonna draw spells. So our opponent's gonna draw spells or lands. Yeah, there we go. Well, this is interesting. I mean... Well, we're definitely attacking. Like, I have to get through these tokens, and I'm not winning a game where I'm staying back. I could attack with just the Death Shadow, but... Yeah, I think this is best. Like, just put my opponent in a tough spot. Let's see. They don't have any of these cards that I know of yet anymore, so. Well, they definitely, my opponent definitely has to cast a spell. That much is like 100%. Against command, discard, deal 2 damage. Let's see. Is this a good denial target? Yeah, taking the 2 damage here is bad, so yeah, I'm good with countering this. So my opponent gets a thingy, a block. I play my second shadow, and then we're gonna assume that that's gonna be good enough here. There is unengineered explosives in most of those lists. As long as my opponent doesn't draw literally explosives, we're in good shape to win. I guess our opponent should have like gotten white mana in case they draw like green souls, right? Bedlam Reveler. Okay, well that's awkward. Oh man, they had souls. Yeah. Oh come on. This is ridiculous. Should I have not countered the Call Against command? Maybe. Like counter. Maybe I should have not countered the command. Ugh, should have thought about this more. Let's see. If I hadn't countered command, I counted souls here. My opponent has to triple jump, and then I'm basically golden. But I'm at 4. Yeah, the life doesn't matter much. Yeah, because here I don't have another basic. But my opponent has no removal. Anything. Every threat here is lethal. And my opponent has some random cards in hand. They also have Faithless Looting, so let's see. If I do this, then I play Angler with a tap land, go to free. I lose definitely on like spell. Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah. Yeah, got a tap land. No. Yeah. Yeah, that was a mistake. I probably should have, let's see. If I was at 2, discarded Angler, then my opponent goes Reveler, I counter the Souls, then yeah, my opponent has to triple chump. And I'm winning. Yeah, that was bad. They draw. Faithless Looting. Okay, well that's... I mean, I definitely have to block the Reveler. And then my opponent... Oh man, yeah, my opponent might get there. Souls? Arc Bolt? Yeah, that does the trick, right? Yeah, mostly. Yeah, that's just it. I block the 5/6 and I die. Why would you keep Fork Bolt against Death Shadow? Is beyond me though. That seems really bad. Like I can understand dying to Lightning Bolt, but Fork Bolt seems really, really bad actually now that I think about it. Okay. This matchup probably is rough, but let's see. We probably could have... I definitely think we could have won. Because, like, if I had kept it stubborn... Like, I mean, I didn't know not any of the cards, so it has to be, like, 4 creatures. And 4 creatures is... like, Spell Souls? Which isn't that unlikely. Spell Souls land. Or, like, looting... But, like, my opponent's already used free. So... Reveler? The calling its command doesn't really do anything. So I probably should have just let that resolve, discarded the Angler that didn't do anything. And then like attack, yeah, and then play the Death Shadow. And then when my opponent goes Souls, force a triple block, but I lose to the Fork Bolt anyways. Okay, fine. Fine, you've got this one. You got this one. Okay, last game. At least we are gonna open a treasure chest. At least we're just gonna figure out how many. That's the actual question. Yeah. I shall play first. I'll keep because I'm playing first, but this hand is very slow. I just like that with this, I can basically really leverage the Snapcaster. So this is a very good anti-mid-range hand. It's got like a plan, but there are definitely decks that will crush me. We are gonna play Bloodstained Mire and pass. Inspiring Advantage. This is not a matchup where Charter Course is great. We wanted more the Fatal Push side of things. So we can see what the card is first. Opt. I don't particularly care for Opt, so we can get a Watery Grave. Jeez, we're drawing all the tech cards. Let me think here. We're definitely playing Charge. Probably off the Swamp. Most likely losing Blood Crypt, but we'll see. I was probably wondering what's going on with Charter Course. Okay. We're gonna need red mana, but it's gonna have to be blue-red. So I could discard. Let's see. I really like Opt Terminate as a turn, but I really need like that extra mana. I'll get it eventually, right? So, and I have Opt Terminate. Yeah, Blood Crypt can go. Blood Crypt can go. It's like an additional damage, but I really need a Steam Vents. We really need to get to like Death Shadow quickly. Otherwise, this game 1 is like really around Death Shadow. Not much else matters. Straight Grave, Jesus. Talk about the card I don't want. I'm just gonna like not use it really. Okay. We're just gonna pass here. Like, having to shock myself to terminate is like the nut low. My opponent just literally passed. Never didn't use their mana. What's going on? Must have a lot of Searing Blazes. Rift Bolt? Okay. Sure. Call against Cad? I don't want that. Yeah, like, it's a bit weird to do this, but it's kind of the hand we've been given. I don't really care if my opponent indestructibles or Goblin Guide. So, with a Boros Charm. Right, let's opt. No, we don't have time for air. Bloodstained Mire. Man, that's awkward. Bloodstained Mire doesn't give basic island. I have to, like, get a... Cryptic is worth it, I guess. I could also just snap opt, which is totally fine this turn. Yeah, we're gonna take a lot of damage. Might even be lethal damage. But it's quite possible our opponent has like tons of Searing Blazes and stuff in him. Yep, Skullcrack. Yeah, without a Death Shadow, this is really hard. So we're gonna get destroyed, I think, here. Like, you need fatal. Like, if you need fatal push and then Shadow. So game 1, this matchup's hard. It gets much better post board because Collective Brutality is a ludicrous card against Burn. Yep. Right. So. Yep, Lava Spike, and now we're in trouble. Oh, we can't win. This game is over already. I'm just gonna like commit Sudoku by getting an opt. I don't think there's any way for us to win. So, with 4 cards in hand, almost guaranteed our opponent has a bolt. Concession buttons are right here. Actually, I guess I could just have 2. Yep, that's fine. Okay, well, these come out. That's for sure. Cryptic isn't... Liliana's fine. Like, the main problem is if they accumulate cards. Everything else is not a problem. Chart is obviously not for this matchup. I like Return. I like Collective Brutality a lot. I think Co-Command is fine, just because you get rid of a card and a creature. I don't think we want Cryptic, but it's fine. Oh, there's an extra Stubborn, that's for sure. And we can play in Explosives. Sometimes they have the multiple draw. So, yeah. Yeah, lose the expensive stuff, go for the cheap stuff. Thoughtseize you still keep, because you still need like some way to cast Shadow without them controlling you too much. Yeah, just make sure the creatures don't hit you, and yeah. Liliana's good for that, I guess, but I prefer Veil, because discarding cards is actually a real problem for the burn deck. Like, you don't want them to accumulate cards. That's mainly the thing. I'll play first. They board in like Path and stuff too, so... Okay, we're gonna keep... The first Water Grave is fine. Everything after that, we get much more conservative, but the first Water Grave is okay. Because, like, you just need it for your mana base. You can't, like, not get it. This makes your mana awful. Right, so we're gonna kill that thing. Right, so now we can get a basic island with this, and we'll figure that out later. Let me think. I could angler this turn, right? If I, let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll angler this turn. That seems great. Island. Thought scour myself. Yeah. Terminated Snapcaster are gone from the deck, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, just making a 5/5 is really good here. I should have recognized that right away. I'm a bit sick, so I'm not playing optimally. I mean, it's really hard to play optimally, I think, in general. Swift Sphere, path my Gurmag. That's what it's looking like. Yes. Still think it was correct. Like, yes. Like, you're ahead most of the time. By the way, did we mill any dual lands? No, we just milled some spells, but no duels. Jeez. We can thought scour ourselves relatively safely here. Could have opted as well, but Fatal Push Stubborn. Come on! Seriously? Oh my god. Oh, that's kind of a dagger right there. I guess I'll keep, but I'm gonna need like a lot more here. We're gonna like push this now. Play a Blood Crypt Tap and pass con. That was kind of a dagger right there. Thought scouring 2 spells and drawing like one of the few lands remaining in the deck. How many lands? That's like 9 lands already out of the half. Like out of the 19 cards we've seen, there were like 9 out of 18 lands. It's pretty unfortunate. Their Shadow's interesting. I'd rather let my opponent do the first move, so we're gonna just play Watergrave, tap and pass. Yeah, they want to, like, the plan for the burn perspective is to accumulate, like, because I have free cards in hand, I'm not doing anything, so the plan from my opponent's perspective is to just accumulate cards and, like, get me that way. Ooh, Collective Brutality is great. I think we can wait for a creature here, at least one turn. So I'll play a Bloodstained Mire, pass, and then next turn we're gonna Collective Brutality. I mean, it could be my opponent kills me here, but it's very unlikely. Like, they have to have literal perfects. Like, they have to have, like, Bolt here, or then untap Bolt Charm again. It seems unlikely. Right, okay. Yeah, my opponent... Yeah. Okay, so I could die to free burn spell, so I'm not going to fetch right away. I know it looks suspicious. Okay, command. Cast with Escalate. Cast. Yeah. So this is basically like a burn spell and a half. They could Skull Crack us, but then we have Death Shadow. Not having Cola against command, I guess, is bad. Oh, is this done? Does it repeat itself? I think if they have Skull Crack, this is definitely the turn to do it. That much is clear. Okay, our opponent's gonna lightning helix us. I think that's the right call. So we're doing the same to them. Lightning bolt us. Okay, and then we take their Searing Blaze and have a Sacred Foundry. That seems totally fine by me. Here's a Death Shadow. Enjoy. Good luck, sir. Lava Spike you. Oh, and they don't play their card? Well, I'm definitely searching a land since I can't think of a 2 damage burn spell except for Eidolon. Snapcaster. Stubborn and I'll snap. Yeah, that seems safe. I was gonna say, like, normally I would Colligan's command them now because their land like allows them to Searing Blaze. I guess Eidolon's the only, like, semi-threat. Okay. Well, I don't want them to know I have K command. Like, they know I keep Snapcaster in, so it's fine. That was a good top deck. Grim Lavamancer. Well, yeah, that's not a problem. We can get rid of that problem. I could win with Snapcaster, but screw it. This is fine. We win. Okay, cool. If they keep in Lavamancer, then this Liliana's okay. But again, instead of what? Like, I guess K-Command kills a creature. I just want to get rid of their cards in hand. I already have enough removal. Like, Collective Brutality. Yeah. I just want to get rid of the cards in their hand. Like, but maybe Return is... Liliana's maybe better than Return. Not on the draw. No, Return is probably too important. If they have like 2 creatures, Return killing 2 is too important. But it's K-Command better than Lily. Like, Lily kind of kills a creature, and it just does it over and over again. But K-Command, like, gets rid of card in hand, which is actually a really big kicker. I think this is fine. Okay. Collective Brutality is so good. Oh, this hand's awful. This hand is awful for different reasons. I think I have to keep it, just because Spot Scout Tasker is so good, but probably don't want the land. I want action. Action jumps in. Although I forget that Goblin Guide is a card in my opponent's deck, and keeping the land would have been really smart. Instead, I reveal a Thoughtseize, which looks ludicrous. I think Thoughtseizing here is correct. I want to get rid of an Eidolon. What bothers me here, like, the most? The Grim Lavamancer is a lot of recurring damage, so I'll take that. Telegraphs have no removal, but that's okay. Why would you play Mountain there? Okay, I mean, sure. But yeah, I should have kept that Tarn. That would have been an extra land in my hand. Then I could have gotten basic Swamp and basic Island. Taking 2 less. Everything like 1 bad. I got the Tarn anyways. Results! Results-orientated thinking. That's where we want to be. Okay, that's kind of nice though, because now I can get Island for Thoughtscour 2, 3, 4, 5, and Tasker. So that's good. I mean, right now our opponent should pass. Our opponent has like near lethal already. We need to draw like interactions very quickly. The power of Goblin Guide. Okay, so actually they have basically lethal because of fetch lands. So yeah, we want to get an island. Yeah, our opponent can put us to 1. Which is super precarious. Okay, I fought Scour myself. I need to Tassiger here. Mostly because it stops the Goblin Guide damage. But yeah, I'm in a real tough spot. Because now, like maybe that Water Grave on turn 1 was wrong anyways, because I should like polluted deltas are no longer lands. So I'm like stuck on 2 lands. Why do you keep revealing the lands you turn? I don't understand. Why? I know you have a Bloodstained Mire in hand. Play it. It's just, oh, come on. Why would you play this tapped? It's like, it's so bad. Jeez. It's insane. Okay, so now we have mana. Okay, I mean, I say that. I guess I fought Scour myself here. Just see what I get. Opt. Do I take damage? Like, can I win this game feasibly without taking damage? Like, stuck on 2 lands? I have to draw into Brutality. My opponent has like 1,000 doubts in their deck. If I fetch a land, can I win a game where I don't fetch though? At least once. I don't think I have to opt right away. I can wait a turn. I'm gonna Inquisition. The only awkward part is I can't attack. That kind of sucks. Like, not being able to put pressure on burn is really bad. Right, so here we take the Skull Crack. And we pass. Sadly. Like, my opponent opened themselves up to an Inquisition for absolutely no reason. It's fortunate for us, of course. But yeah, I played this game not great. I mean, this matchup depends a lot. Like, if Goblin Guy can deal like 4 damage, they're normally super far ahead. And like, if you draw Brutality, you're far ahead. But if you don't, yeah, that's what happens. Like, if I was to draw Brutality, I'd be able to kill the guide and put pressure. That's the actual best part about it. Seriously. Half, okay. Okay, yes, we're gonna get a basic swamp. Okay, so we're going to 2 life, right? Yeah. Virtually, because of Lava Spike. Oh yeah, sorry, the flicking cards. I'll stop that. Just habits, bad habits. Okay. Okay, so if one attacks with guide, this is basically a collective brutality check. Delta's fine. Just gets rid of it. Okay, we got a 5. I can sack this and go to 1. That's like okay. Well, it's not okay, but kind of have to accept my lot here. I'm assuming my opponent's gonna Lava Spike me and not be an idiot. Like, I would like nothing more than my opponent to literally just go. Oh, damn it. Did not happen. Yep, no cards. No need for them. Right, so we're gonna Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt? Wait a second. This is my last land. Steam Vents. I need the... I don't think I... Wait, I don't have Cryptic anymore, right? Yeah, so Blood Crypt's probably better. Yeah. Well, Lily is kind of a start. I could go Lily Tassiger. Kind of have to. Wait. Yeah, Lily Tassiger. 1 second. I could also go Tassiger with Snapcaster up. That might be better. Because then I can opt. I could opt now too. I'm gonna opt. This isn't so bad if my opponent draws a haste creature, so... it's really awkward. Because, like, right now, if I play Tassiger, I guess Snap could at least block, so it's not so bad. So Terminate's not great here. Yeah, on the bottom. We got a push anyways. Okay, so we play Tassiger here. We're moving everything but... Oh, 1 second. Everything but the Fotscour. Sorry, the opt. I mean, we might be dead. There's just nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I think opting to get a Shadow to go faster or denial is good. Our opponent's just gonna tap the mountain and bolt us. Yeah, that's it. Nothing I can do. No. They got us good. Well, we weren't winning that game. Yeah. The second hand was bad, but yeah. It's a shame they could start Frio and then lose the last two. Oh well. We do have a chest, which we shall open. Right, open one of these. Yes. What is it gonna be? Sorry, here you go. We've got Siren's Ruse. I have no idea what this is. Heirloom Blade. Wait, what does it do? +3/+1. This would be great in limited. Balan Wandering Knight. Well, I guess this is good with Heirloom Blade in my cat deck, if I had one. Since I don't play Commander, let's see. Balan Wandering Knight is worth a mighty 0.0 free tickets. And I would be shocked if Heirloom Blade was much different. Oh, it's double. There we go. We got our 0.9 tickets of value. That was wonderful. But it's fine. We at least went free 2. We broke even. Let's see. Right, okay, so what would I change? I really liked the Cryptic. The Cryptic was great. There were very few times where I felt it was bad. It just looked like a really natural feeling into the deck. So, I really like the Cryptic. I'm not sure between Opt and Serum Vision still. There was at least one game where the play pattern with Opt would have been better. Like, I know Serum Visions is like the card I'd prefer running if like I'm goldfishing, but Opt is better if you have to react to stuff. I think the best version probably doesn't play Stubborn. Because the Stubborns have been like pretty awkward except post-board. So like, if I was to change this list, I'd probably... Nah, I don't know. Like, I would like a Dismember, to be fair, instead of a Terminate. Dismember is great. I'd probably run like something like this instead. I really like Dismember. You could even like run one less Street Wraith and one more Dismember. Like this, yeah. Like, Dismembers are a great tempo card. Yeah, I would probably run something like this. Like, let's see. Then since your curve is so low, you can justify the lower, like the land less. Yeah, just curve out like for cheap. Have cheap removal. Don't, you know, like... Oftentimes I have to like take damage because I'm fetching a land for this anyway. So like if the life is a problem, just... I think Dismember might be better than Terminate. I mean, yeah. You can also, yeah, close to run straight blue-black. No need for the red almost. But yeah. Yeah, the Cryptic was great. I think the sideboard's good, like, if you want to keep testing stuff. We didn't really draw the search. But I think with 2 Cryptics, like, a second search might be good. Then you can, like, really flip into the control mode. So, I don't think I have another search, but I would probably do something like... oh, I do. So, I would play 2 search, and... probably lose the K command as a result. Although K command is good against Affinity, and we're already losing cards, maybe not K command. What could we lose here? I don't think we need Stroke if we have 2 Cryptics. So... yeah, this seems good. 1 second, there's like a sideboard card over there. Yeah, there's like explosives as well. Yeah, this... yeah, I think this is like maybe the plan is like... double searches. Like, search is such a good card in the matchups where you want it, so... I'd try something like this next. I'm still sick, so I'm not actually going to try it. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna like focus on recovering a little bit more. Like my throat and stuff. I think I'm gonna be ill like tomorrow as well. Probably Monday I'll be fine. But yeah, if I was playing Death Shadow, something like this would be a cool secondary list. So let's take a picture. I'm gonna post the picture of both these decks on my Twitter. So Shadow 2. Yeah, maybe. I think Shadow has like a lot of space for innovation, and people haven't been really exploring. I think this is just better than Temur Battle Rage. Like you only really want the second one post board with searches, but like Search for Scanna helps you cast Cryptic. Like both Search and Cryptic command like work so beautifully together. Like Search for Scanna like basically gives you a mana to like cast your Cryptic very fast. And it works like as a better sideboard plan. So like against mid-range decks, like if you go like Search for a Scanner with Cryptic, like that's a really big breaker. I really like the Dismembers, I think, over Terminates. So this list has one more removal spell than it should, I guess, because I took out a Wraith. I think you could play 4 Wraith, 1 Dismember. But the metagame's pretty creature based, so I think 2 Dismembers totally fine. Graveyard Hate? Well, it depends on what the Graveyard Hate is. Like, Nihil Spellbomb isn't a problem. Rest in Peace, I guess, would be Leyline sometimes. But remember that, like, against Leyline, you still have Thoughtseizes and Inquisitions and Stubborns. And against, and Cryptic does also bounce these cards. So it's not like, Rest in Peace could be a problem. But Cryptic does you know, help with the issue. You also have explosives, which is okay. I think it's only Rest in Peace that really blows you. But even then, you can Thoughtseize and Inquisition. So, yeah, it does make you more vulnerable to Graveyard Hate, but it depends on what that Graveyard Hate is. Like, I don't think it makes you more vulnerable to, like, say, Nihil Spellbomb. I mean, this is a version of Troud, for sure. So, yeah. Yeah, so once again, we went free 2, so nothing too exceptional. Tomorrow, we're going to be testing Hollowed One. So, the deck that we managed to beat. Let me get you the list. So tomorrow we're testing a deck that is going to be similar to this. I'll just get you. I don't like the version with Vengevine. It'll be closer to this one. So it's going to be like, yeah, like basically what we saw in round, I think it was round 3. I'm not sure about this Goblin Lord, but yeah. Like, I gotta tinker with this deck a bit. I'm gonna think about, like, what's gonna be right. Like, the triple pig Game Hunter was definitely, like, a strange call, but it looked pretty good. So, yeah. I think that basically sums it up, though, for this stream. So, thanks a lot for watching. I will eventually put the video on demands on YouTube so they don't get lost, but for now they'll stay on Twitch, and yeah. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow then, Black Red Hollow One. So yeah, if you have any feedback, write to me in the chat, write to me on Twitter, totally fine. If there's any deck you want me to feature in Modern, I've got like 4 open slots. I'm looking for suggestions. And yeah, that's basically it. Also, like, I guess for the people watching, the time was great. But if you were like, if like it's unusual for you to be connected at this time, or you feel like a different time slot will work, I'm aiming to do 3 p.m. every day, but maybe on weekends have a different weekend, have a different schedule, like because of Star City and GPs, you know, just to give you like the breadth of coverage there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye bye and take care.